This is going to be kind of an interesting video. Somebody on my YouTube channel asked me a question, and it was reference to an earlier video I did a couple years back, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And then it cross-referenced to another video and a series of videos about prisons and jails. I was like, well, why in the hell is he asked me this question? Something about, he asked if I have ever been to jail or prison. I mean, look at the way I look, for Christ's sakes, jeez. And he says, did anybody attempt to rape you or booty pirates or whatever? The description of the video and the messages was really weird. I'm not even going to mention your name who posted this, but I replied to him and says, well, I'll make a video of it, and you can look at it on my YouTube channel. So basically, he's asked me if I've ever done jail time or prison time, and did I get into any fights, and what about the booty pirates that come and... Did you see any kind of booty pirate activity while you was in jail? Well, to answer this question, it's going to be kind of a long piece of dialogue, actually monologue, is, yeah, I did jail time. I did a couple of weekends in jail for speeding tickets. And back in 1995, just about a year before I went to Germany, did a rotation with my guard unit. I actually did 2 back-to-back rotations there for about a month each. I had a driver's license that was expired. I was driving a car with dead tags. I had no car insurance. Car insurance was a big deal back then. And the car was not registered. And I was caught speeding. I got pulled over and they asked for my driver's license, all that other stuff. None of that stuff. They want me to take a bam. Didn't want to take the time to tow the car away. 3 days later, I got another speeding ticket for driving too damn fast. Same kind of ticket. And then roughly a week afterwards, I got my 3rd ticket for the same damn thing. So I said, oh, no big deal. I didn't care. So eventually I rotated to Germany for a few months. Came back to the United States. I was working at this other place, and then roughly about 2 years later, back in 98, I get pulled over. My taillights are out, same car, guy ran my name, I had no driver's license, it was expired. Bam! You got 3 warrants for your arrest, bro. Roughly about $30,000, $40-something thousand tickets or some outrageous number. So I ended up going to jail. Spent a week at LA County jail, and then they stuck me at Wayside Supermax. The only reason why they put me up there is because of the amount of money that the damn warrants was held for. While I was there, I was called to Peckerwood, and we had this white guy come up, tell me what's going on. There's the blacks, there's the Mexicans, there's the whites. The whites always side with the Mexicans to go fight against the blacks in case if any street fights happen, any brawls. Everybody was red light. There's a red light. There's no green lighting going on. Nobody's going to get killed, stabbed, or whatever. So the answer to that question is no, I did not see any butt pirates or booty pirates or whatever. But for this story, I'm going to tell you about my cousin Sonny. My cousin Sonny was just about 2 inches taller than me. He's about 5'8", blonde hair, blue eyes, white guy. Never had a fight in his life, was not a violent person. But unfortunately for him, he fell in with the wrong crowd when he was young. And him and a couple of friends of his went and robbed a liquor store. Boom, he got caught trying to get away. And bam, they gave him 5 years. This is like 1983. They stuck him in Chino after he sat in LA County for about 3 to 4 months. Well, he told me, this is what he told me. He got approached by 3 different white guys, and they told him they were going to take care of him. Hey, young boy, we're going to take care of y'all. Sonny said, oh, this is great, man. You know, I don't want to get killed by the blacks or the Mexicans or whatever. And guess what? They had him pal around for a little while. They had him in the cell. And then one of them told him that he wanted his ass. And Sonny was going to either give it to him or they're going to take it from him. Naturally, Sonny said, well, you're going to have to take it. They beat the hell out of him and they pulled a 5-man train on him. So my cousin Sonny was raped in Chino prison. And since he chose not to fight back, he eventually became a jailhouse queen, unfortunately. And that's where where all the booty bandits and the booty pirates came out. And then the white gang, I don't know what they were called or whatever. Eventually they sold his butt to everybody over the next 5 years. And he contacted AIDS during the AIDS scare. And after 5 years, he was released. I saw him very briefly in 1990, and this is when he told me the story. And since he was HIV positive, he worked his ass off at a regular job, but he couldn't keep up with the medical. And the only way he can get the medical done is to go back to prison, so he jacked up his parole, his probation or whatever, went back into prison, and he had a reputation. Everybody knew that he was a butt boy, and he went back doing the same old thing. So eventually he developed a sexual orientation of bisexuality. Unfortunately, he was there for another 5 years because he messed up. He got in trouble for something while he was in there. And he talked about this other guy. I saw this young Mexican guy who was about 19. They did something. The kid had like 30 years in prison just for doing something. And while we were inside the showers, the Mexican guys grabbed him and they pulled a 4 or 5 or 6-man train on him. And Sonny told me they raped the hell out of him. The guy ended up killing himself. He ended up jumping off of the 3rd or 4th tier or something like that after a couple weeks or so. So the booty bandit and the booty pirate thing, I could say from personally, I've never saw it happen. But it happened to Sonny, and he described it to me. And unfortunately for Sonny, the last time I saw him was at my stepfather's wake in 2006. He looked really bad. He looked real bad. His body was ravished from the AIDS. And he ended up going back to prison on purpose. He ended up holding up a record shop or something like that in Hollywood. And since he was became a 3-time loser, they gave him life. But they put him in the medical ward where he stayed until he died. Died in prison of AIDS. But that's to answer your question to the guy who asked me this. And this video does not compare to any of the other prison videos because most of those guys talk about experience from what they see. But I'm talking about this by what Sonny's experience was. And maybe this video might help clarify it a little bit. So there you go. The bottom line is I spent a little bit of time in jail for speeding tickets. I didn't see any kind of booty pirates or butt pirates or whatever. I never saw any of that. I did see a couple of pretty damn good fights. But other than that, that's just about all for this video. So this is Jeff the Pharaoh going, huh?